Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're drawing the drawing that I told you I'd be drawing last week, the one of the little boy holding a buttercup. The first attempt at doing line art for this I didn't like, so I redid it and was much happier with it. Actually, from turning it into a sketch to doing it digitally, I added like quite a few details, like the little laces on the shoes. That was fun. When it came to colouring this time, the last time I did a digital drawing, I had blocked out the entire line art, but this time I just blocked out specific parts, like the shoes were on one layer, the trousers were on another, which made it way easier to colour afterwards, so that I wasn't going outside the lines or going into other parts, like when I was colouring the skin I wasn't going into the buttercup or anything like that. Colouring the buttercup was a little bit tricky. I was trying to find the right shade of yellow to be, from looking at the reference photos of buttercups, I had it in my head that buttercups are quite a golden colour, but it was slightly more bright yellow than I had in my head, but it ended up looking like a buttercup anyway, at least I hope so. Oh yeah, there, that was me being like, oh no, this buttercup is not looking right, but I couldn't face doing it again. I thought it looked okay, so just kept like that and moved on to something else. That's good, like just moving on to something else if you're struggling with something and then coming back to it with fresh eyes. One thing I've been seeing people do on YouTube and give advice about is shading with another colour that's in the drawing. So I tried shading the little shirt, the little t-shirt with blue, the colour from the trousers. I mean, I don't really understand anything about colour really, or shading. That's probably something I should put a bit of time looking into. But it looked cute. So very often I forget that brown is a colour that clothes can be, or t-shirts can be, and it is like a cute colour for clothes to be. But sometimes you just forget. So that was nice, trying to limit the colour palette. This colour palette's slightly more wide than the one from the Dog Daisy drawing, because it's got that blue in it, which is like pretty opposite from yellow. That was nice. Oh, and putting in freckles, that was fun. Decided to give him all over freckles, not just a few on the cheeks, because a lot of people have freckles like all over their forehead and everywhere, and it's really, really nice looking. And I add, with the same like brush that I used for the freckles, I added some dirt to the trousers, because you know, he's a little boy, he's probably been running around and getting mucky. Sorry about the noise of my computer fan. I had to like stop for a second there and let it calm down. Like, it seems to really struggle with voice recordings for some reason. So what else? Adding some little things around the shoes. Oh, then I went into the colour, like added a layer on top and was trying to adjust the colour, but didn't really come up with anything that looks super good yet. But I knew I wanted to do something with it and messed around with it a little bit more, and then I found something that I liked here with like a colour adjustment thing. I only just discovered how to do that. I'd seen that it was a thing on YouTube when I watched YouTube artists for a long time, but hadn't tried it myself, so I thought that was cool. It gave his skin a much pinker tone and unified everything, so that was cool. And because I was working on this for a Redbubble design as well, I needed to make some extra flowers around the outside that I could use for stickers, or like the design in the background for if it was on a t-shirt or something. And so got a bit more practice drawing other shapes of buttercups, because sometimes they can be quite full and round, sometimes their petals are a bit more diamond shaped, a bit more sparse. It's actually a bit jerky here, but I feel like for the drawing the boy, it was not as jerky as last video, probably because it's much smaller. Like, the area that the boy covers is like a tiny circle, so I didn't have to zoom up to the face and then go down to the shoes and that big long distance between. The shoes were almost touching the face. Yeah, and then I tried to arrange all of the flowers into a little pattern that I could repeat behind him. I didn't really make a very good repeating pattern. I didn't like follow the process you need to follow when you're making a repeating pattern. I have done that before, but I just wanted to be quick with this and not take too much time on it. But I think I should make a repeating pattern for Redbubble at some point. That'll be fun. I've never made a repeating pattern on the computer or on Clip Studio Paint. I think I've made some traditionally. I made a few on my iPad just using the Notes app and then taking screenshots actually. That was fun. I'd recommend trying that out. And then like placing him. I tried getting rid of some of the buttercups behind him, but it just ended up looking a little bit strange, so I left them overlapping. Might have removed like one. And then applied it to the applied it to the products on Redbubble. And my computer fan is going crazy again. So, here's some zoom ins and zoom outs of the finished picture. Do you like it? What's your favourite flower? Is it buttercups? Did you ever do that thing when you were younger and you'd like shine the buttercup on your hand? Well, it would like look like it was shining yellow on your hand, and then everyone would be like, oh, you like butter. And I'd always be like, no, I hate butter, that's just reflection. Anyway, the link to my Redbubble will be in the description, and thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great week.